Next up is a funny comic I've seen before, and she's very hilarious. You're in for a treat. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out Amy Bordeaux.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Yeah. So I just want to give a quick shout out tonight, if I can. A big thank you to China for my outfit tonight. If it weren't for tiny little hands sewing all night long in a hot, sweaty factory, I just wouldn't have anything to wear. I mean, later on, when I dribble food all over this dress and get it messy, I'm just gonna throw it in the trash because I can. I'm just gonna throw it in the trash and I'm gonna go buy another $11.99 dress because I'm an American and that's what we do. Now don't get me wrong, I am an environmentalist. I am campaigning to save our oceans from the whales. Right now, as we speak, obese, gluttonous whales are gorging on plastic. Our plastic. That's right, whales are addicted to plastic. And they're like going off and beaching themselves off the coast of Italy, like pounds and pounds and pounds of plastic in their bellies. Fuck that. Every year, as humans, we create a lot of plastic waste, and it makes its way into our oceans. Those are our oceans. That's our dump site. It's for us. And then whales come along and think they can just eat it all up and then die. What the fuck? Get some respect. Our oceans. Stop eating the plastic. Eat some like toxic fish or something. Just keep doing what you're used to. Anyway, speaking of animals, bees, you know that stuff they make, you know that honey stuff? That stick, sweet, gooey, delicious nectar of the gods. We all love it. But it is not appropriate for children. Let me tell you why. That story of the birds and the bees is all wrong. Yeah, we know that is not the sexual metaphor for the love between a man and a woman. It's the bees and the flowers. The bees fly out to the flowers, proboscis. And then they gather all that pollen and nectar and they go back to the hive. And the bee passes that love juice to the next bee's mouth. And then that bee passes it to the next bee's mouth. And then that bee keeps passing it, and it keeps getting passed on and on and on until the bee at the end of the line drools out what we know and love as honey. And it comes from an orgy. Honey is sexy, dirty shit. And if you are parents feeding it to your children, you're fucking sick. Yeah. Honey should only be sold in adult stores with a label that reads XXX. Yeah. So recently, I was suicidal. Yesterday. And the day before that. And the day before that. And who's counting anyway? You know, we've all been there. We get there, right? Some of us. But I had something happen that gave me a ray of hope. I was over at my parents' house, and it's just my mom's house now, and I went into the bedroom, and on the dresser was this orange piece of paper, and the writing on it was in a font that was really old, and I picked it up, and it was like 50 cents off of Chic. And I was like, what's Chic? And I had to Google it. And Chic used to be a condom company. And I was like, why is there a old condom coupon on my parents' dresser. Like, where did this come from? And then I realized my deceased father was sending his suicidal daughter a message from beyond the grave. And he was like, "Hey, honey, I'm really sorry that life hasn't turned out the way you thought it would. If I had just used this coupon for condoms, you would have never been born." Thereby preventing you from all kinds of misery. But alas, I am a cheapskate. Apologies from the bottom of my heart. I should have never had you. And I was oddly comforted. So I grabbed this vintage coupon and I run out to the kitchen and I'm like, "Hey Mom, look! Oh my gosh, I found one of Dad's old condom coupons." And she's all like, and like rips it up and throws it in the trash before I can save this relic. And then I realize she doesn't know that I know that they had to do it to get me here. She doesn't think that I know yet where babies come from. But anyway, I've been trying to think positive lately because I am in a much better place in life than I was last year. Trust me. Last year at this time, I was dating a homeless man. It's a story for another time. It really is. Trust me. But I'm in a much better place. I did go to the doctor to get some blood work done, and I go in for the results, and the doctor's like, "Hey, Amy, how do you feel about getting some testosterone?" And I was like, "That dangerous stuff coursing through men's veins?" And she's like, "Yeah, it'll really give you the energy boost you're looking for. There are some side effects, though. Growth of body hair, increased libido, possible enlarged clitoris." And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa! That's a small price to pay for increased energy. Sign me up. And oh my God, it is such a man's world, isn't it? How do you guys do it? This powerful stuff is just in your body, ready to be let out. And society is all like, "Oh no, physical might doesn't make it right." And I understand you now. Because I was waking up every morning needing to rape, pillage, and plunder something. I would wake up, and the first thing I would see would be my pillow. And I would be like, "Pillow, I'm gonna fuck you and take your land." Oh, is that me? Did I see it? What's happening? I would be taking a walk, and the neighborhood would be full of little fluffy white bunny rabbits. And then all of a sudden, like one day, I looked at one through testosterone goggles. And I was like, "Hey, Bunny Foo-Foo, come over here. I'm gonna do things to you that neither of us thought possible." What? Where's this guy? Oh, God. And that was the high or the low of my testosterone surge. Yeah. So I still get really uncomfortable at the grocery store when I am buying phallic-shaped vegetables in the produce section. No matter if I'm handling, a zucchini or a Chinese eggplant or, God forbid, an English cucumber, I get tense. I get paranoid. I start looking over my shoulders. Because if you are handling something that is smooth, long, hard, people are going to talk behind your back. And they're going to question your intentions for this certain shaped vegetable. And one time I heard this chuckle behind me, this man's chuckle, so I whip around, English cucumber in hand, and I'm like, "Excuse me, sir? Is there a problem? Do you know what's in my hand? This is food. Do you know what I'm gonna do with it? I'm gonna take this home, I'm gonna slice it up, I'm gonna throw it in a salad, maybe dip it in some hummus. If I feel like I have bags under my eyes, I might put some sliced cucumber over my eyes, but this is food. I'm taking it home, and I'm going to eat it after it fucks me." All right, thank you. That's all. That's my time. I'm Amy Bordeaux. You've been great. Thank you.